listening to the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and Jae, live and direct from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. Get ready for some boxing talk on the clock. Let's face it, you're not working and somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Good morning, everyone. It is RB and Jae. This is the Morning Punchin' Show, the most unpredictable, honest, authentic morning talk show in the game. Today is Saturday, November 6th. It is Pacquiao Vargas fight day. You buying the pay-per-view tonight? Who are you picking to win? We want to hear from you. The lines are going to be open for the next hour, 718-508-9852. Press 1 to speak with me and Jay. Call that number if you want to try to play some Know It or Blow It boxing trivia and win some free gear from RavenBabe.com. Our special guest today on the Hotline Bling will be Bomac McInytre, the trainer of Terence Crawford. And so let me properly introduce my partner in crime, the creator and founder of ThatCulture.net, Jay. What's up, Miss Inglewood?
Inglewood. Well, it's another week coming to an end in boxing and a whole nother week before we get to the end of the year, Pac Vargas fight weekend. But what I'm really curious to see in the aftermath of this Pacquiao Vargas super fight is what happens. If Pacquiao wins, how many more fights we really getting from Pacquiao? If Vargas wins, who's he going to fight? He got to wait for Crawford to move up to 147, but I guess that's something we'll talk to our guest today about. So what happened?
Yeah.
What is all this for?
Yeah, definitely glad that Bomac is calling in today because we can ask him those things. I've read that, maybe Manny would go down to like 140, 142. But if it's for the belts, I think he'd have to do 140. So, yeah, let's see what's going on. I'm sure that Bomac has a lot of juice for us, too, behind the scenes. He's been in Vegas all week, so maybe he could tell us a little more stuff. So let's just start before Bomac calls in. Let's talk about this big Pacquiao-Vargas card tonight.
Let's do it.
There wasn't a lot of momentum, Jay, building up to it. So, tonight you got Manny Pacquiao, who is the only 8th Division world champion. He's the reigning fighter of the decade, right? He's going to fight the WBO welterweight, Jessie Vargas, mano a mano, toe-to-toe, that whole thing at the Thompson Mack Center. They're saying that the tickets have actually moved pretty well.
Yeah, they would if Manny bought them all.
Yeah, well, tell me about that, Jay.
I read somewhere, TMZ originally broke the story, and I think we wrote something about it on BSO, but apparently Manny Pacquiao spent $1 million of his own money to purchase tickets for the fight. It wasn't a secret that he was going to be buying some tickets. At the press conference in L.A., he said he was going to buy a huge number of tickets so a number of his fans could come out at an affordable price. So he was going to buy all these $50 tickets at the Thompson Mack Center, which is a pretty huge arena. But I didn't know he was going to spend a whole $1 million. What kind of MC Hammer tactic is this? I love the people too, but God damn, some of y'all got to buy tickets. Somebody got to buy them.
Pacquiao always goes under a lot of questioning regarding his charitable work. He's probably given away at least 50% of his boxing winnings to charitable causes in the Philippines. I mean, he gives away money, he throws it away. I think that they said that Pacquiao has earned like $500 million in boxing and feeding the poor and giving back to the needy in the Philippines. I think he's given over $200 million funds to the Philippines. That's
God
like half
him.
of his boxing earnings. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Heck yeah. God bless him, though. I mean, it's very beautiful when people can donate and really do things from their heart. But Manny's still pretty young. I hope somebody is looking out for him like he's looking out for them. We know Manny is not always the greatest with his taxation. Maybe this is some type of, I don't know about Filipino taxation. They're a whole different country. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope somebody got his back while he's giving away the farm.
Real talk. So, look, the event tonight is going to be produced and distributed by Top Rank Pay-Per-View, and it begins at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. There's 3 additional World Championship fights on the card. We're going to get to see Nonito Donaire versus Jessie Magdaleno. We've got Mexican Olympian Oscar Valdez making his first title defense against Osawa from Japan. And then they got Do Shiming in there versus a guy's name that looks like Pakistan, but I can't pronounce it. So here's the cool thing about this card before we get into fight predictions and stuff is that Aaron put together this card, and it's like the United Nations. I mean, look how many different countries are on this card. You got the Philippines, the United States, Japan, Mexico, China, Brazil on the undercard. You got a Russian, a Panamanian. I mean, this card is like proving that boxing is a real global sport.
Uncle Bob is making sure we getting some pay-per-view buys from somewhere.
Right,
he got to pick somebody from every continent, so to make sure these fights get bought tonight. Okay, let's see, the U.S. Okay, get the kid from Antarctica. Put him on the card, too. Somebody buying this pay-per-view tonight. Bob is making sure of it.
Yes, let's go to Denmark. Yeah, for sure. So it's like the United Nations card. Does anybody like the big underdog in Jessie Vargas tonight? Do you think he's too young, too fresh? Is he hungrier than Manny? Is he going to out-hustle him? We want to hear from you. So make sure to call us. Press 1-718-508-9852. Jay, pay-per-view buys. I'm going to throw it out there and say maybe around 300,000 buys, just because Manny still is a name in the Philippines. What do you think?
I am going to err on the side of, because it's Manny, because he bought so many tickets, and maybe all those people are going to say, hey, watch the fight tonight. You might see me in the crowd. I'm going to go with 425. I think that it's going to do better than people think, just because we've got everybody from every continent fighting on the card. So I think that it's going to do better than people anticipate. Very, very smart marketing. I mean, hell, Mexico, stand up. Denmark and Panama and Antarctica and Papua New Guinea and Uzbekistan, stand up. You're all represented tonight.
So Jessie Vargas, look, he's only 27 years old. He's 10 years younger than Pacquiao. He's about 4 inches taller than Manny. He's undefeated. I think he's got a puncher's chance. I'm not writing him off. Yes, he is a big underdog, but he seems to surprise us. Like, his fights are ugly, but he finds a way to win, doesn't he? Except with Tim Bradley. But he almost found a way to win with Tim Bradley.
I agree with you. Jessie Vargas, I would say the only flaw, I mean, it is Manny Pacquiao. It's an older Manny Pacquiao, but he's still Manny Pacquiao. And he's more than likely going to box Vargas' ears off. But Vargas does have that puncher's chance. And it's not just us saying that to be kind. He really, really does. You never know what he's going to do. Look what he did to Bradley at the end. Look what he did to the kid, Saddam Ali, at the end. He always has a chance. There's always a chance.
Yeah, and
but a chance.
Yeah. Manny looked really good in April, Jay, with that third Tim Bradley fight. And not a lot of people, number one, can beat Tim Bradley and make it look that good. And for me, when we were there in April, I was like, wow, Manny still has it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's got it how he used to have it, but, he was able to really convincingly beat Tim Bradley.
Yes, he did. He looked really sharp. He looked sharp. God bless that holy water on that shoulder. Hallelujah.
Freddie Roach laid down a bet at the casino on Manny to win by knockout. Is anybody shocked? He always says his guys are going to win by knockout.
Does Freddie even have anything left to bet? I thought he lost everything when he bet on Cotto. He still got houses? Does he still have houses? He was supposed to get them houses up.
Yeah. So here's the cool thing that's been happening in Vegas every single night at 6 o'clock in a room in the Wynn Las Vegas Resort. Manny Pacquiao has this room where he conducts Bible study for about 30 people or so. So that's actually pretty cool. I heard about that this week. Every night, 6 o'clock, they have a private room, and about 30, 40 people go, and they have Bible study. And Manny steps to the podium, and he conducts the entire Bible study. Okay?
Get out. Get out. All right, Pastor Pacquiao. I want the people to stand up and praise God before we get started with this fight tonight. May the Holy Father anoint my hand so I win this fight, so I can make sure I get this purse, so I can pay for all these tickets that I got these people. May God bless you and keep you. Amen. And bless Jessie Vargas too.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm gonna go.
Talking about Tim Bradley, he is going to be on the broadcast telecast team for the fight tonight. He thinks Pacquiao's going to win, but he did say that Vargas has that one secret weapon, the one that he used against him that nearly knocked him out in the 12th round back in June of last year. And he says he's got that overhand right that is so dangerous. And if he lands it, he has a chance.
You know what would be really dope? If Vargas wins tonight, I say Vargas jumps out the ring and he jumps on top of the announcer's table, WWE style, and he calls Bradley out. Remember, we saw them turn up in Vegas. Vargas pulled up on Bradley during one of those fight weekends when they had that fight at the Cosmo, and he pulled up on him when he had his little tight white pants on. I say if he wins, he jumps out the ring right on to the announcers. You kick Jim out the way, and you say, "I want you," and they set up the fight, and it's on.
Yeah. Well, look, the undercard isn't too shabby. I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Zeus shimming or whatever, I get it, but I'm looking forward to see Oscar Valdez making his title defense.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know much about the guy from Japan, but we do know those guys from Japan, they could brawl. So hopefully that'll be a fun fight for us. But, the fight we want to talk about that I think is the most intriguing is the Donaire Magdaleno fight. Jay, what do you think about that fight?
That's a great fight. It's a real do or die situation for both of them. I'd like to see Donaire get the win. I'm gonna predict him as the winner. I hope he is the winner, but that has the potential to be a really, really good action-filled fight. I don't see a whole lot of standing around in that fight. There's going to be a lot of leather flying for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Donaire on this one. If Frank Espinosa is listening, I'm sorry, Frank. But no, I'm going to go with Donaire on this one. I think he does have a little more than the left hook. But, yeah, he is getting up there in age. He's been in some tough fights. I think his last fight was pretty tough, or the fight before that. But Jesse Magdaleno, he's always had weight issues. He's always been kind of inactive, a little weird. He just changed trainers. I feel like he just got too much going on. This is a whole nother level. It's a bigger stage. It's probably the biggest stage he's ever been on. And I think Donaire, this is just like another walk in the park. So we have, I think, in the 402 in the queue, that should be Mr. Bomac McInytre. Jay, let's go to Hotline Bling.
402-871, you live with RB and Jae. Who is this calling from Omaha?
This is Lamont Gill.
Really? Lamont Gill? You sound oddly like someone else from Omaha that we know.
You're probably talking about my brother.
What's your brother's name?
Bomac.
Oh, okay.
He told me to call for you because he was in there taking his shit or trying to take a shower or something. About to go to weigh-ins or some shit. I don't know. But he'll be out in a minute. But y'all can go ahead and talk to me, though. I'm his right-hand man.
Okay, and your name is Lamont.
Lamont Gill.
Lamont.
All right, Lamont.
Gill. Okay.
He uses that name sometimes when he gets pulled over by the cops.
This is Bomac. Bomac, stop playing. Stop playing with us.
What's up, y'all? Guess who I got with me? I never guess who I got sitting right next to me.
Bud, let's talk to him.
Red Spikes. Red Dirt 402. Red Dirt 402. So you going to get two answers. So you ask me a question, I'm answering, then he going to answer, all right?
We had Red on Monday, so we did speak to him. But look, we want to talk to you about a couple different things, Bomac. You're out there in Vegas. You've been out there. Want to kind of know what's the feeling out there? What's the atmosphere? A lot of people out there. Is there a lot of hype behind this Pacquiao-Vargas fight? Do you feel it?
No, I really don't feel it because I really not trying. I'm not trying to be into it because I had a fighter fight last night on that card last night. So my focus is him, and then still training Terence at the same time for his date coming up. So as far as the vibe might be there. We staying at the Treasure Island, but everybody else is staying over at the Wynn Hotel, so it might be good over there. But I don't spend a lot of time over there.
Let's go back to last night. Jay had me laughing. She put a picture up last night of your fighter, Steve Nelson, knocking out his opponent, and the dude looked like an angel, in the ring. Tell us a little bit about your fighter, Steve Nelson, who you bringing up through Omaha.
Oh, Steve is awesome, man. A lot of people don't know that Steve was an Olympic alternate in 2012 behind, what was his name? Marcus Browning. You know, they fought 3 times, and I think it was a 1-2. First it was a 1-1, and then Browning beat me to be on the team, so Steve ended up being an alternate. But Steve has been all over the world, man, fighting, man. You know, he was in that WCAP program out of Colorado Springs, and he was on that. What's that series called? That boxing series?
The Contender?
World Series of Boxing. Yeah, the World Series of Boxing, where you know, like an amateur, you're fighting pro and all that. But he did really good in that. I think he ended up being like 8-2 or something in that series of boxing. So he's very familiar with any style that comes towards him.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. Congratulations on the win. Has it formally been announced yet that Crawford and Molina's going down on December 10th? I mean, I've seen articles, but you guys been out there all weekend. Has there been a formal announcement?
The formal announcement will come to Thursday. This Thursday coming up in Omaha. So that's when
there's going to be a press conference?
Yeah, they're going to announce a fight there. So it's going to be like a month out from the fight. So, you know, and when we got, you know, the fight materialized kind of late. Usually it materialized 2.5 months. But being that we always stay in the gym, we took opportunity of a date, and so we was like,
So let's talk a little bit about this Molina fight in Omaha. So the idea, this Russian guy, and he was offered the fight, and that's obviously who you guys were going after. You guys want the belt. Why didn't that fight come to fruition?
Well, I don't know why the fight didn't come. Even after he said that he'll fight Terence and he'll be ready for December, but when he was offered the fight, he said no. So I really don't.
You think he wasn't ready for that work, or you think it was money?
I don't think he was ready for the work. I don't think he was. I think he wanted to still that belt for a little while.
All right. Well, let's talk about. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go, Bill. You go.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Roy Jones is his promoter. That's what I heard. So Roy knows what he's getting into when he's fucking with Terence.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, so don't quote me.
We'll have to find out. Let's talk about the guy who did raise his hand, who rose to the occasion, John Molina, who beat Ruslan earlier this year. You know, Ruslan was, he's a killer, he's a monster. Everybody wanted Terence Crawford to fight Ruslan. So John Molina went, beat Ruslan convincingly. He's ranked in the top 3 by 3 organizations. However, the fans still aren't happy. Why aren't they happy with Crawford and Molina, Bomac?
Fans want to see Terence fight, fucking, hard fight all the goddamn time and shit. I'm not saying Molina's not going to be a hard fight, but you know how fans are. I would probably be the same way. Well, why don't he fight this guy? Why don't he fight that guy? Why you got to go fight this guy? That guy ain't nothing. He's been beat 6 times, so they ain't gonna mean nothing if you beat him. So you know how fans are.
Yeah. How do you look at John Molina? If you had to describe him, pick 3 words out the sky, how would you describe John Molina?
Tough as fuck.
Tough as fuck.
I like it.
I like it too, huh?
Yeah, I mean John Molina really, while people are talking, he comes out of nowhere. Just when you think he's down and out, he digs deep and he finds something to pull out to keep him in the fight. So Terence is obviously the odds-on favorite, but he can't take it lightly either.
Right. Look at all the boxers that he faced. Mickey Bay. Who else did he fight, right? Lundy. He knocked Lundy out. He knocked Mickey Bay out. See, this motherfucker is, you know what I'm saying? He just keep coming. And he'll take 4 or 5 just to get one in. So,
he's fought Broner, Matisse.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
let me just drop
man.
a little gem in here. You mentioned Hank Lundy. I read an article like last week saying, and he said John Molina was the hardest puncher he's ever faced. Like, he was actually giving him props, and I think giving Bud props for fighting him, because he said he never been hit as hard as what John Molina hit him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there when he said that.
Mm.
Or he could be just shading so he could talk shit to y'all. But you never know with Hank Lundy.
Yeah, well, you know, we was at that steakhouse at that we was having cheesesteaks, and he had said that in that interview when I was out in Philly about 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Well, Bomac, we know that you are a very, very informed boxing observer. We've got Pacquiao, we've got Vargas tonight. How is this fight going to look since you are in Vegas? You're not there for that. You were there for your fighter and whatever obligations that Bud had. But what do you think about this matchup tonight? What's it looking like?
Oh, man, I think the fight's going to be one-sided. I really think that fight's going to be one-sided with Pacquiao just dominating the fight. When he gets set in that rhythm and he starts hitting Vargas with those different angles and combinations, I mean, it's something that Vargas ain't never seen before. I don't take nothing away from Vargas. I'm happy that he got the fight, but I mean, Pacquiao's a whole nother different level than what he ever seen before.
You happy Vargas got the fight?
Yeah.
And not y'all. Stop it.
Yeah. For real, shit.
So you need to play that John. Why the sun?
Oh.
You know what to be.
Bomac, wait a minute. Bomac, you happy that you got the fight tonight? You happy?
Huh?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
He happy.
You know what? I was about to say, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about the fight, but you beat me to the fuck.
Thank you. You can keep it 100 with us, Bomac. You don't have to be put. We not ESPN.
Hey, listen. We me and Red sold our tickets.
Wow.
Y'all did it.
Hey, we got like $1,500 tickets. I'm selling them motherfuckers for like $400. No, I'm just joking. Whole problem already. I'm just joking.
You joking?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
You sold him, John. You sold him. You sold him.
Hey, listen, this is what we're gonna do. Me and Red already got it picked out. We're gonna go to the fights real early, like about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And so really there's nobody gonna be in the stand, so we're gonna sit up front where they give you free hors d'oeuvres, all that you drink. I'm having about 4 or 5 hot dogs. I'm having like 3 or 4 different double shots.
I hate these dudes. I hate these dudes.
Hey, by the time the fight comes, I'm going to be drunk and I'm going to be staggered around up in the stand.
I hate this dude so much. I really hate this dude.
I'm going to say, what fight? Who was fighting tonight? All right, okay. I'm going to be serious, bro.
While you guys have been in Vegas, have you guys been training, like going to the gym and stuff with Bud?
Yeah, we've been working out twice a day. Matter of fact, we just got done running. They was running while I was trying to eat breakfast, and I really got interrupted while I was eating breakfast. But that's our first workout, and we got another workout at 2 o'clock, and then we'll go to the fights after that.
You're going to turn up at the fight. We don't know how much of the fight is going to actually be seen.
Right. I'm going to take pictures, though.
Oh, okay. Make sure you send us some. Hey, Bob Arum has said like 2 or 3 times that, he wants Pacquiao and Crawford to fight. And so he again said it, like last week, that if Pacquiao wins this fight, that his goal still is to make Crawford Pacquiao. would that be at 140, or would you guys move up to 147 to fight Pacquiao? How would that work out? How does that shake out?
140, because we're not moving up until we get the rest of those titles that's out there. So Pacquiao wants to fight, better bring his ass down to 140. He waited yesterday at 144. And then yeah.
Then he's good. He's good.
Yeah, so shit.
He can make it.
Yeah, he can make it. If it happens, it don't go well.
Mhm. So all right. So hopefully we'll see you in Omaha. You're picking. I'm gonna go with Pacquiao tonight too.
I know y'all coming out to Omaha.
Well, my plan is to be out there as long as I'm not in North Carolina working on stuff. But listen, let's talk about Donaire Magdaleno, because that's the fight that I think is the most intriguing on the card. Would you agree? Maybe that's like the most intriguing fight on this card?
Yeah, I would, man. That's going to be a great-ass fight, man.
Who you got there?
I'm excited to see, what's his name? Jessie. I'm excited to see him in his first world title fight. And then, that's like, what I say, I can't just, that's like the old head, out with the old, in with the new. But is Donaire ready to go out? That's like with Pacquiao and Vargas, out with the old, in with the new. But are those guys ready to go out? You know what I'm saying? Just how much fight do they still got left in them? That's going to be a good ass fight, man.
All right.
Listen, before we let you go, Bo, we have a game that we play on this show. It's called Know It or Blow It. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Okay. So we want to play some Know It or Blow It with you, and then maybe we could get Red on the phone and play a Know It or Blow It with him so we can send you all some free stuff. Are you ready to play?
Well, what free stuff you will send us first?
We have some shirts. We got some wristbands. We got gift cards to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah. And we got some passes to the strip club.
Yeah, okay. So do we get to pick what we want, or y'all just gonna randomly send us stuff?
Hey.
You gonna get what we send you. We gonna put some feather bones on ice. We putting feather bones on ice. We gonna send that.
Somebody try to send some bush ass wristbands and shit with
wow.
RB, you know what I'm saying?
See how they do you, RB? See how they do you,
RB? Passes, and we want the Kentucky Fried Chicken so we can eat afterwards.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. We're going to give you, let's see how good your boxing knowledge is. We're going to give you 10 seconds on the clock. And what I need you to do for me is name me 2 memorable knockouts that happened this year. 2 of the most memorable knockouts. 10 seconds. Go.
Stephen Nelson last night and Terence Crawford Lundy.
Oh, hold on. You can't do that.
Hey, you told me memorable knockouts.
Oh, you can't.
Hey, you got what you said, right? Thank you, Jay.
Jay.
Because I know you running the board.
You already know.
All right. You know what? Somebody just asked me a really good question on Twitter. They're listening.
Thank you, Jay.
They listening to the show. What are the chances that Crawford and Mikey Garcia could fight?
Is that part of the game?
No. This is somebody from Twitter listening to the show. They said, "What about Crawford or Broner or Crawford Mikey Garcia? What does Bomac think about that? And who would get the fight first?"
If Broner grabs the title at 140, we will go after Broner. When we accomplish the rest of 2 of those titles, then we'll move up to 147. If Garcia has a title, then we're gonna go after that title. So both of those fights potentially can happen, but in the future, but we are seeking titles. We're not just seeking just fights.
Yeah. So why is it okay when Golovkin says that? Like, you know, GGG's like, I'm staying at 160. I'm not moving up 168. I want all the belts. And everybody's like, yeah, he wants all the belts. That's old school. But when Terence and you guys are saying, well, we want all the belts too at 140, and everybody's screaming that you guys got nobody fight, y'all need to move up. Why is it okay for Golovkin to want all the belts, but not y'all?
Well, it's the double standards when it comes to boxing and boxing fans. So
let's ask Red that question.
You said what?
Let's ask Red that question about Golovkin, about double standards. I'm sure Red's got some opinions about that.
Hello, what's up, y'all?
Yeah.
Ask him the same question, RB.
We were talking about the double standards a bit in boxing, where Bomac was saying you guys want all the belts at 140. If Broner grabs the belt at 140, y'all going after Broner. And I was saying, well, you know, that's how Golovkin is too. He don't want to move up to 168. He wants all the belts. But with Bud, it's a little different. People say, oh, there's, you know, nobody to fight. He should move up. So why is it okay for Golovkin to stay at 160 because he wants all the belts, but not Bud?
Well, I mean, it's just like Bomac said. It's a double standard. It's a little bit of the racism, you know what I mean, in boxing, the biasness in boxing. You know what I'm saying? They want to see Bud get beat. I mean, it's just like how they used to do with Mayweather. I hate to keep bringing him up, but, you know, and of course, that's a whole kind of different situation. There's some people that he missed that he probably should have fought. You know, we don't turn down anything. You know, he makes 140 easily, so it's not a struggle. So, and he wants to define his legacy at 140 and then move up. So, I mean, what's wrong with that? I'm okay with Triple G staying at 160 and you want to, you know, be the lineal title and do whatever. I'm all right with that. I mean, that's fine with me. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But, you know, you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? You can't, you know. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, well,
that was pretty good.
So while we got you on the line, we're going to play a Know It or Blow It because Bomac's a cheater. So on this Know It or Blow It game, whatever question I ask you, you can't say anybody in your own stable. You can't say Steve Nelson. You can't say Bud. You got to go outside of your stable. So we're going to give you...
I still get a prize.
But Bomac said, do we still get his prize?
Maybe.
He's going to get dollar fries from the McDonald's
You'll
menu.
get a dollar prize. Some McDonald's bucks.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
I need you to name me 3 boxing prospects. 3 boxing prospects this year.
Prospects?
Who?
You said 3 boxing prospects?
Prospects.
I can't even name them. For real. I mean, that's too broad of a question.
Actually, you know what? It's really not. But I think that there's not many. And I think that's what makes the question hard because somebody asked me this question the other day, and I was kind of stuck too. And you know, Red, we watch boxing all the time, okay?
Yeah.
And I was just like, ooh, who are some boxing prospects? I would love to try to get Bomac to answer that before we kick some names around.
It's like Verdejo still considered a prospect?
No.
I mean,
he was a prospect last year.
See, well, I don't win my bracelet because I can't. That's a trick. Here go Bomac, y'all. Hey man,
okay.
I love y'all. Here y'all go.
All right, love you too. Bomac.
He don't win his bracelet.
They don't usually say it. RB didn't say shit.
Listen. You got so far. You got some McDonald bucks. Here's the second question that both.
You didn't say McDonald's. You said Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay, yes. You're right. Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're right. Listen, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Fred.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem.
Jay got all the sound effects popping over there. Here we go, Bomac. let's see if you could answer the same question in 10 seconds. We need you to name us 3 prospects in boxing. 3 prospects this year. Go.
Jeandra Gibson, Terry Lance, and Phil Jackson.
You just made up names. No.
Right.
He lost.
Look at him. Look at him. Y'all know who Jeandra Gibson is, don't y'all?
Yes.
Tyrone James. And y'all know who Tyrone James is, don't y'all?
No.
Y'all know Tyrone Pretty Boy James? Lorian Caraway, Steven Nelson.
No. Okay, so listen, here are the names that me and Jay came up with a week or so ago, because we were kind of stuck on this too. We came up with Lamont Roach, Demetrius Ballard, Darmani Rock, Nico Valdez, Julian Rodriguez, Damon Allen, and Erickson Lubin. There were the prospects that I could think of.
Those guys are like from Philly and shit. First, I'm going to come
No,
over
they're
with
not. No, they're not.
East Coast? Lubin is not a prospect. Lubin is not a prospect.
How about
He's
Robert
a contender.
Is Robert Easter a prospect? Robert Easter?
Robert Easter is a champion.
Wow. Okay, we're going to have to let y'all go since y'all want to be in the street.
Jay.
Sir.
Jay.
Yeah.
Go use the bathroom, okay?
Too late. I'm already in here.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
You need that sound effect with like a toilet flushing.
Oh, that's coming up next. That's coming up next.
No,
Morning Punch-In Show 2.0.
Yes. One time we had Keith Thurman on the show, and he flushed the toilet while doing the interview. We were dying.
He sure did.
He
sure did.
All right,
I didn't hear no
listen.
water running in the sink either.
Have fun.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, he didn't even wash his hands.
Listen.
Yeah.
When do I expect my gift certificate in the mail?
We're going to be out there for Kovalev Ward. Are you going to be out there?
No.
You're not? You lying.
No.
Jay,
no,
you lying.
We're going to be in camp. Who the fuck want to come out here for that fight?
Why the fuck you lying?
Y'all know they all like that fight. That's a good fight. All but right. you say that now, and I won't be surprised if Omaha pops up on us during that weekend.
On the tour,
so.
yeah.
Hey, listen, how about you wanted that? I bet y'all. Somebody said something to me this morning. Said they got $25,000. I'll bet you $25,000 I do not come to that fight.
I ain't got no damn $25,000 for you. I bet you 25 cents.
Why the fuck you lying?
All right, guys. Listen, thanks for calling in. We're going to catch up with y'all soon.
Hey, thanks for calling us. Thanks for having me call in. I love talking to y'all.
All right, we love y'all too. All right, we'll talk soon. Take care. Have fun tonight. Don't get too drunk.
Jay,
yes, sir.
I'm going to text you my address so you can send me my gift certificate.
I got you. It's going to have a big booty hoe right on the front of the ticket. We got you.
He's dirty. He's fucking
right.
dirty.
All right, guys.
RB, let's take a little commercial break and we'll come right back.
Okay.
When the mind is ready, the body prepares for war. So next time you engage in battle, protect your hands with the best. War Tape, the original branded tape. Order yours now at wartapebrand.com and see why the enemy will fear you. wartapebrand.com. We put hands on you. Are you looking for a website that has all the latest and upcoming boxing events, plus unique and stylish boxing shirts and hoodies for men and women? Go check out RagingBabe.com. It's your one-stop shop for the most current boxing info and fresh boxing apparel for him and her. Shop online today at RagingBabe.com. Use the promo code RB20 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase today. That's code RB20 for 20% off your entire purchase today, only at RagingBabe.com. So join the movement and see why attitude and loyalty become passion and determination, only at RagingBabe.com.
And we're back.
All right. And we're back. So, Jay, a couple of days ago on FightHype.com, he put out this article that Floyd Mayweather obviously approved and gave him some quotes for, and he was talking about his fighters who are very unappreciative and very ungrateful. He talked about the young kid Vargas that he has, Mickey Bay, and Gervonta Davis. We had Gervonta Davis on our show on Monday. And, you know, before we get into all this, we have somebody that wants to talk. Is that right, Jay? Did somebody press 1?
Yeah, we got somebody from the 224 who has pressed 1 to talk to us.
All right, let's see who that is.
224, you are on with the Morning Punch-In Show with RB and Jae. Who are we speaking to?
Oh, this your boy Mello. How you ladies doing? Rocking with the Raisin Babes.
Hey, what's good?
I actually want to touch on the subject that you was getting to, so if you want to rate and go through and let the fans hear it, and then you can chime me back in, and I'll chime in, because I want to talk about the whole Mayweather thing with the fighters being ungrateful and stuff like that. And, all right, so go ahead. You can elaborate.
Yeah. So we were just about to say how he kind of aired them out. He talked about how much he has done for these kids, taking them out of the hood, buying them cars, doing this, taking them on trips and everything else. And the guys, you know, they started turning down fights. They started using the money in the wrong way. And he aired them out, you know. And so how do they turn back from that? So what do you think about the article?
I think from both perspectives. Floyd talking from a promoter's perspective, you know, and he talked about, I saw a video where he talked about how when he was with Top Rank and Bomb Arum, he was offering him $4,000 a fight, and he was like, I'll take it. But it's kind of contradictory to where his career ended up, because he became a prize fighter and a money fighter. So if you think about a lot of these guys coming up in this generation, they do want to be like him. They do want the big fights. But at the same time, I feel like that they don't want to take those lesser money fights to get to that point. So it's like you built this role model. You kind of built this way of being a prize fighter. And these guys see all that money, and then he go back and say, well, they got to put the time in the gym, and they got to do the things I've done. And I think, you know, from a fighter's point of view, if I'm on the TMT team, you know, I'm with Mayweather, I'm pretty sure he can give me the best fights available. And I just think those guys, you know, probably want a little bit more money, and he probably like, no, y'all got to earn it this way and that way. Because I saw something about Mickey Bay want to sue him or something. I know he's one of his first. So it's got to be something either with selection of fights, or how much money they're getting paid to fight particular guys, you know. There was a rumor about Davis fighting Jason Sosa before for a title, but he didn't want to move. His situation seemed a little bit more personal about him leaving his family back on the East Coast and leaving his mom and dad and his family behind and the people who he started with, because I think Floyd, I'm assuming, I heard that Floyd wanted him to move to Vegas and stuff like that.
Right. So I wish Gervonta Davis would call in. We had him on the show on Monday. And he didn't really speak negative about Floyd at all. But I did say to him, why didn't the Jason Sosa fight happen? Now, we were told on the promotional side, Jason Sosa's people, that Tank was asking for too much money. Now, when we had Tank on the show, he's like, I was never even given a number. Like, I didn't see no numbers. I don't even know why that fight didn't happen. So I think that there are bigger issues there, as he don't even know why the fight didn't happen. So here's the thing is that I try to look at everything from both sides. Floyd, I feel, has also enabled these guys. So if you're signing these young guys and you think they have potential, but you're only showing them your life now, you're taking them to Dubai, you're flying them on private jets, you're buying them cars, you're making them comfortable, you're putting them up in houses, you're putting thousands of dollars of furniture in there. Well, Floyd, you didn't come up like that. Floyd did not. He had to rumble his ass off. He wasn't making crazy money early on. Why isn't he teaching them that? Where it's like, yo, you got to focus, you got to train, you got to stay hungry. Like, yo, if you got to take a bus to the gym, that's what you got to do, because that's what everybody else is doing. But instead, you know, I feel like he almost enables them as well. He's only showing them the luxury life. And then they become stupid. Then they start turning down fights. Mickey Bay turned down a big fight for $200,000 last year, and then ended up getting beat by Barthélemy for $25,000. Like, they're making idiot moves, but who is mentoring them?
You're absolutely right. Like, just look at Badou Jack. Badou Jack is probably the only one at that level.
Yes,
you know?
and let me stick up for Badou Jack a little bit. after that, after he got knocked out and he ended up face down, ass up on the canvas, he completely disassociated himself with all of that lifestyle, hanging out at the gym. He went and started training outside of that gym with Eddie Mustafa. He knew that he had to get out of that. You know, the women, the gambling, the drinking, the partying, the flying on private jets and all. Hey, that boxing is tough. You can't live a rock star lifestyle and be a fighter. It just don't work that way for everybody. So Badu has risen to the occasion. He woke up. He removed himself from that. And now look at him. He's on top of the world doing his thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. So outside of Badu Jack, what do you ladies think that the next positive, or say the best prospect the TMT stable would be? Outside of Tank Davis, I know Tank Davis. Those two, do you ladies, anybody else that's, you know?
It's kind of slim pickings over there.
Yeah, look, Chris Pearson fell off. At one time, I was a little high on Chris Pearson.
Yeah, like Chris Pearson,
Yeah, and then he moved up to 160. Now I think he's coming back down to 154, but he got lost in the sauce. The other guys, you know, the big cruiserweight, Andrew Tabiti, what happened to him? You know, he was really active for a while, and then what happened to him? You know, I would have said Tank. I would have said Tank, but he's been iced since what, May? June?
Yeah, May. Did he speak to you ladies about, I know he training, he always working out, staying in shape. Did he talk about any particular fights or any potentials coming up or anything in the works?
No, not really. But let me make another good point. In that article on Fight the other day, it mentioned, there's a lot of noise there. It mentioned that they were setting up a fight for Tank in January and then a title shot. If you go to that article today, that's no longer in the article.
It was on Fight Hype, right?
Right. Well, that has been removed.
Okay.
So
man, I was going to try to go check it out right now.
They removed the part where it says he was going to fight in January, so I don't think he's fighting anytime soon. At this point, if they have that many issues and it's that personal, and look, I don't know if there's any coming back to that. If I was Tank, I'd be humiliated. Even if what Floyd said is true, as your promoter, why do you put that out there? Why are you putting my personal business about my mom and me sleeping on an air mattress? Why are you putting that out there?
Yeah, that ain't right. You know, and if anything, I can understand if he wants to speak to him about that in a personal conversation. Like, man, this situation isn't the best for you if you come to Vegas. But you're right, for personal business and they living status out there. You know, he come from a rough neighborhood, a rough upbringing. It's tough, but you know, Floyd. I look at Floyd like he was pretty much saved from all that. Floyd grew up in by the time he was a teenager, he was already professionally fighting. He already been to the Olympics. He was already moved to Vegas. You know, so it's like you got to respect everybody. You got to respect everybody's situation for what they got to deal with. And I feel the same. He don't want to feel like he's leaving the people who got him to where he at behind.
And you know what? That's what he told me in Jay on Monday. He said, "Why would I leave the place that got me to where I am?" That's how he feels about it. And you know, not everybody can handle Vegas. Let's take, you know, even like Jalen Love, for example. He left Detroit, really good fighter, right? He left Detroit, he was rumbling, and he got to Vegas, and, you know, it's hard not to fall into that lifestyle, the partying, the drinking, the strip clubs, the gambling. And then look what ended up happening with Jay Leon. So it's like, it's really, not everybody could be Floyd. Floyd went out there, and he stayed focused, he kept rumbling, he kept winning, he became a superstar. But he didn't drink, he didn't do all that. So it's just, not everybody is cut from that cloth, especially not in this era. You know, where you can just move there and be all right with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions that happen just beyond that. Floyd grew up in an era, there was no social media. There wasn't all that when Floyd was coming up. There was nothing to do. The distraction was you had to leave the house or watch TV or go to a movie. Now, just being on your phone is a distraction. Just using the phone, period. It's just too many outside influences that are distracting these young guys. And then add on top of that, this is a flossy look at me era, and you buying them cars, and you buying them jewelry, and you taking them places, and they kicking it with other celebrities. Floyd wasn't doing all that. Floyd was fighting. That's all he was. That's what he was there for. And I think that I can appreciate what he is doing, and he wants to help these young guys, but he also has to take into consideration that you can't show them the promised land so quickly. You can give them glimpses of it, but you can't allow them to partake in it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So here's some word on the curb, Mello. I got some word on the curb, though, that Shakur Stevenson, everybody was really
thinking he was going to sign with TNT.
That he was going to sign with TNT. And just this week it came out that he might be signing with Jay Prince and Rock Nation because he does not feel like he would fit in with TNT. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think he would fit in over there either. You know what I mean? So that's the latest word. And especially with everything that came out, that kid's looking at them like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Why would I sign with them?
Right.
Yeah.
Smart move.
It is a smart move. I just think, and plus you got a lot of, like you said, you got a lot of guys that came and it's been an example. Guys had potential, but they either been inactive or they fell off. When you mentioned Chris.
Yep. Pearson.
What happened to him? But I like to beat it. Like you said, I don't know if they just trying to pace him out, just to find, a few more fights and then he'll go for a title at cruiserweight. But he don't. Since you mentioned him, he's the only one I believe that can overcome all that because I believe I see the focus in him, and I think he's not the type of guy to get caught up in that like a bottle jack. Or if he did, he can get out of it.
All right. Well, Mello, it's always a pleasure. It's always great to talk to knowledgeable fans. We're going to put you back in the queue, and we're going to get with you on Twitter tonight during the fight.
Yes, you guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right.
Enjoy the fight.
We've got an unknown caller that's calling in from somewhere, somehow. If you cuss us out, we hanging up on you. Unknown caller, you are on with the morning show with RB and Jae. Who are we speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Somewhere, somehow. What's up, ladies? This is Blu-ray on Twitter. What's good with y'all? What's up?
What's up, Blu-ray?
Blu-ray in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. We got a lot to talk about today. I've been listening in. It's a lot going on.
It is. Where shall we begin?
All right. So first things first, right? I heard y'all talking about that Pacquiao Bible study.
Yes.
Jessie Vargas gonna need to attend that Bible study if he think he's gonna have any chance of winning tonight, because it's like Jesus gonna have to come back and put some gloves on for that win to come. Like there's no way whatsoever he's gonna win, right? And I just think it's like a crazy, like Michael Coppinger likes to say, putrid matchup. This is a putrid matchup right now, and it's just crazy how I don't see no slander. Like I just feel like everyone knows this is a mismatch. I guess we're giving Vargas like I guess everybody has a puncher's chance, but I don't really see what he's done to make anyone feel like he has a chance. Maybe like he hurt Bradley in the last round, but like other than that, I don't really see why we think he has a shot at like touching Pacquiao, to be honest.
Well,
I think the only reason. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was like, hey, I had to pick somebody. At least Jessie had a belt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like I said, I just feel like when Floyd picked somebody like Berto, the slander's on 100 trillion, and now I just don't see any media slander. It just feels like, we know this is a bad matchup, but that's it. I'm just like, okay, is this cool? Like this is what we accept now?
Is this cool? Obviously, the matchup is underwhelming. Vargas was never like the most marketable guy anyway. He's always made fights look a little ugly. He always finds a way to win. I don't know if that'll happen tonight, but yeah, there was just nothing really exciting, about this matchup. And I think the most intriguing fight on the card is Donaire Magdaleno. I
agree. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Dude dyed his hair and all that, so I guess he's ready. He ain't playing. New hairstyle.
new hairdo. Who this? That's what
exactly. Yeah. I feel him on that. He changed his whole swag up. He's ready. All right. But listen, hey, so about the Floyd thing, though, I mean, I do feel like Floyd enabled, his fighters. I feel like it's like that, the rich parent that just had kids.
Yep.
The rich parent that just had kids, and he's just giving them everything, and they don't know how to appreciate it. So I feel like he's in that space right there, you know what I mean? But in the same token, I do feel like these guys are getting spoiled, man. Like, y'all got to do some shit before the money come. Like, win something first.
You know, really, this whole situation is just like Chavez Jr. and Chavez Sr. Chavez Jr. is a completely entitled kid who doesn't have to work hard. Your father's a legend. And when he starts acting out, instead of nipping it in the bud years ago and cutting off the money strings, Chavez Sr. goes to social media and says, I can't control my son. Well, hell, your son is a grown-ass man now. You should have nipped that in the bud years ago. Now we're seeing the same. This is not Floyd's blood child, but he's grooming these young guys, and it's the same thing. You can't give them everything and expect them to still have the same hunger. A kid that's getting everything and being taken everywhere is not going to have that same hunger as that kid from the hood that got your eye in the first place.
I mean, that's true, but I would think, like, these guys ain't even touched the belt yet. Like, so can y'all win the belt before we start trying to get on jets? And, like, I mean, I get it, but damn. Like, y'all didn't even really win anything. And, like, when I heard Mickey Bay turned down a $200,000 fight, it's good for him that he got $20,000. Like, that's good for you. Like, that's crazy. What have you done to even deserve that? Like, to me, you know what I'm saying?
And then with all the overspending he was doing, how you got a Bentley and you're turning down a $200,000 fight? Now, I've read that he is suing Mayweather Promotions for wrongdoing and handling his career. Like, really, Mickey Bay? Because there was a time when he barely fought. I mean, they didn't make you lose to John Molina. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's he suing them for? He's fought like 5 or 6 times under the Mayweather banner. All pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But, speaking of John Molina, though, hey, we gonna keep. I just listened to y'all with Bud's trainer on there, but he knows that he shouldn't be fighting Bud right now. We know what the outcome looks like. That's kind of that's a putrid matchup right there too. But that's a putrid matchup. But hey, listen, I like Bud. I've been following Bud since he had the dreads. Bud with the dreads, you know what I mean? So he's a good dude, but I just want to see, I just want to see him step up because I know, he got it. You know what I mean? Bud is the real deal. And,
so who does he step up to? If the guys with the belts aren't ready for his work, who does he step up to?
You know what? Hey, and I guess it's a weird thing because we like to play you got to deserve a fight. But I like that Amir Imam was calling Bud out on Twitter the other day. I was feeling that, man. I know he lost to Granados, you know what I'm saying, which he shouldn't have. That was a stupid loss on his behalf. I think his trainer, McKinley, kind of sucks, so he needs a new trainer. But I like that fight, man. I think, I want to see Bud fight somebody that's, young and hungry. Not to I'm not disrespecting Bud at all. Like, he's the man. He put, he served Postal up like I knew he would. You know what I mean? So I'm not disrespecting him at all. But I just want to see competitive fights. Like, Molina is the slowest. I think I'm probably faster than him. Molina. He ain't, you know what I mean? Like, we know what's up. We see, you know what I mean? Like, we know what's up. Broner, he couldn't even touch Broner, let alone Bud. He couldn't even,
Hey. Well, we will see what it is. Well, my man Blu-ray, it is good to talk to you. See, I have been in full boxing mode in 48. I've been in full boxing mode for a whole 24 hours.
Yo, and I appreciate you for that. I'm with that. I like the boxing J. I don't like UFC J.
All right. Well, I won't know UFC J this weekend. Probably sometime towards the end of the year, you might get UFC J again. All right, man. So we're going to put you back in the queue, and we'll be with you on Twitter tonight.
Keep holding it down, ladies.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, RB, we got about a whole 2 minutes left in the show.
You know what? And that's good. We could wrap up. You know what I mean? We did this special edition, Big Fight Day today. Remember that the event will be distributed by Top Rank Pay-Per-View. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. I think that there are still tickets available at the Thomas & Mack Center. So if you are out there and want to go, I think that they're pretty reasonable. I think that's it. Make sure you follow me and Jay. Visit badculture.net, rageandbabe.com. Thank you for making us part of your day. We will join you guys tonight on Twitter. We will be out there for Kovalev Ward. Me and Jay will have some more things to announce next week regarding that big Kovalev Ward weekend in Vegas. We're just trying to finalize a couple little things for you guys. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for always being loyal, Jay. I think it's a wrap.
We out.